Hey guys, welcome back to Fox Automotive. Today we're going to be talking about the Mercedes GLB 35, a SUV out of Mercedes base camp that finally is pretty attractive. So the GLB, like many of the other new vehicles in Mercedes lineup, is getting a bit of AMG treatment with a little bit higher tuned engine and some AMG styling, and on this vehicle in particular I think it looks just right, and the overall shape and presence of the GLB is actually very attractive in my opinion and just blows the other Mercedes SUVs out of the water, because frankly I think Mercedes makes some of the uglier German SUVs on the market. So right off the bat, looking at the GLB, some of the things I like are the proportions just kind of feel right, the ride height, the stance, and just the proportions of the doors, and just everything just feels right, as well as it's more upright and a little bit boxier than some of the other Mercedes SUVs, while still not being boxy like the G-Wagon. It's a little bit simpler and cleaner than the new Audi Q3, for example, while still not being boring like the Q5. And it just has a much better proportion than the too small GLC and the overinflated GLE, if you will. It finds the right ground, and it looks right. Part of what helps is with the AMG version, the 35, getting the larger wheels that really kind of help anchor the vehicle to the ground and just provide a nice visual accent to the side profiles of the vehicle. I think Mercedes also really got the size of this vehicle right. It's big enough to have a proper second row, but still small enough that it's not that awkward middle ground of having like a third row for kids but not for adults, and it feels right. It's easy to drive in a city still, and there's plenty of cargo space and utility that comes with this vehicle. Around the back we have some pretty handsome taillights that sit under the badging for AMG and the GLB 35. The 35 does also come with a pretty nice rear diffuser that makes it look pretty sporty. However, I think Mercedes kind of messed up here with the silver exhaust surround. I think that looks a bit tacky, so I will knock off a point there. But otherwise, it's a pretty sharp looking vehicle. Coming around to the front of the vehicle, there's really only one major sin that stands out to me, and that's the fake intake grills on the lower part of the front bumper. I really wish those simply didn't exist, or we had fog lights there, or they're just functional. But overall, I'll forgive it. So this is the point where I'm going to ask you to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this new GLB, specifically the AMG 35 spec. And if there's enough interest in this vehicle, I'd like to kind of follow up with it, and maybe we'll do a featured car review on it and really take a deeper dive into it. But today we just kind of wanted to gloss over the look of the vehicle and why I think it's actually a pretty nice looking vehicle out of Mercedes. So I'm kind of excited to see the future of this vehicle, and hopefully it does pretty well in the market and can kind of steer Mercedes SUV department in the right direction, if you will. But regardless, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. That support really means a lot to us. And make sure you follow Fox Automotive if you're not already, to stay up to date with great news topics like these ones across the automotive industry. But as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in our next video.